Freaks, it's Monday, June 23rd, 2025. Coming up on the program today, how much sugar is in Meade Skelton's tank? Plus, a rabid Asian man loses a staring contest with a dog. Even AI chat agents don't want to deal with elderly people's bullshit. And sticking your dick in a groin-aligned tree knot. All coming up today. Distorted View Daily proudly presents a mother watching her son play hockey.
I know! Oh my god. There goes the hammer. And he's holding a Jimmy stick. Hey! Fucking asshole. Ah! Stop! He's fighting him, that motherfucker! Ah! Get off of him! You son of a bitch! Ah! You motherfucker!
Alright, where's my boyfriend?
Jimmy! That fucking motherfucker! You fucking piece of shit! God, you fucking cocksucking piece of shit! Fuck you!
Told you I hated Hammer.
Oh my god!
It's Distorted View Daily with Tim Henson.
I can eat pussy for days, says Tim.
SMH. I think that means shaking my head.
I don't have titty milk.
Full-bloom AIDS.
Wait a minute.
All right, hey freaks, Tim back here with you to kick off a new week of programs. Got a great one for you today. You know, last week we started to go through Meade's most recent live stream. Now a couple weeks old, right? I think it was for Father's Day. I just didn't have the strength to watch the whole thing. Meade fantasizing about what type of father he would be was enough. I was like, I got to take a break. We'll deal with the rest of this stream some other day. Well, that day has come.
You better come! Give me some love! Give me some love!
Okay.
My
That day has come, and she's about to come too. Great. Thankfully for me, DV listener, some guy in Japan watched the entire live stream and picked out some great moments he wanted me to talk about. First up, Meade plays the part of a military recruiter getting the 2 people in his live stream. Yes, only 2 people were tuned in. You know, back during the height of DV's Meade coverage, I would announce beforehand when Meade was going to be doing a live stream. Tons of people would show up in there, mostly to make fun of him. Now he's down to 2 people watching his live stream.
If you're in the military, you get lots of benefits. You get to go to a place called the commissary, where you get discount on food. And I like that because my brother goes to commissary. He gets half price for all the things, coffee, all your necessities, So it's really interesting how it works if you serve in the military. Now, folks, I wish I had joined the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, same thing, really. It's the child branch of the U.S. military. Navy, Air Force, Marines, Boy Scouts.
And I never did, but I went to a Boy Scout meeting when I was really young, and my sister took me. She says, and I went to one meeting, and we had to tie a knot or something around something. I don't remember.
Once again, Meade exuding alpha male energy. Nothing gay about the way he talks here. I don't know. We went, they wanted me to tie a knot or something. I was like, no, thank you.
But I didn't go back, and my sister was very disappointed that I didn't join the Boy Scouts. And if I joined the Boy Scouts, my life today might be totally different. If I joined the Boy Scouts, I would have made friends. I would have probably lost a lot of weight, doing all the activities. Maybe I'd be a UFC fighter today. I might be married with children. All if I had done that, if I had just joined the Boy Scouts, my life...
It was a real sliding doors moment there. I bet one day, thanks to AI and technology, we'll be able to play out scenarios, like what if scenarios, with some level of accuracy. Like, I believe in the future, we're all going to be like wearing around our necks or something a camera that just records everything, every part of our lives. And it's all going to be uploaded to the cloud. And then we'll be able to ask it questions, like based on everything that has ever happened to me. When I was 10 years old, if I would have joined the Boy Scouts instead of freaking out at the thought of tying a knot, this is too much manual labor. No, thank you. Like, if I would have went to the Boy Scouts, how do you think my life would have played out differently? And then the computer would analyze everything that it's got in its system about you, all the video, and then spit out something that is plausible. In Mead's case, it would still probably be beep, boop, boop, boop.
If you enrolled in the Boy Scouts, the algorithm is 95% certain you would still end up being a 48-year-old incel virgin with delusions of grandeur and no real prospects in life. In summation,
why don't you just
Kill yourself.
Yeah, I don't think enrolling in the Boy Scouts would have changed too much in your life. Shortly after this point in the live stream, he remembers it's someone's birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Donald Trump. Happy birthday to you.
Good job holding that note.
Happy birthday, Mr. President. Yeah. Donald Trump is 79 and looking good for his age. I hope I look that good when I'm 79.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure you will. Now, it wasn't just Trump's birthday. It was also the birthday of our military, I think celebrating 250 years. So Trump decided to have a double birthday celebration. He organized that great military parade. Oh, it was electric. The crowd was all amped up. Here's some audio. Part of the parade where a tank is rolling by. The audience, they're there. They're watching it, not making a lot of noise. You probably have seen that clip. Now, I'm sure there were more people at various points, at this parade, but the optics weren't great. And it wasn't just, the lamestream media, the MSNBCs and CNNs covering, and making it seem like there was a low turnout. It was reported all over, across the globe. Even North Korea's state-run media took a bunch of jabs at Donald Trump. Now, of course, North Korea hates the United States. They hate most countries. It's a full-blown dictatorship over there. So any chance they get to make America look bad, they're going to take it. But just listen to how they reported on this military parade.
The capitalist pigs of America held a gaudy...
That was Capitalist Pigs of America held a gaudy parade.
Held a gaudy and vainglorious display of their dwindling military might this past weekend. The U.S. have not won a war since the USSR defeated Germany in 1945.
Well, let's be fair, North Korea. We won other stuff. We did good. We won the Gulf War in the 90s, right? I'm pretty sure we won that. We've had some successful operations. We've also had some setbacks. I'm sure the people in North Korea aren't taught about the Gulf War.
U.S. have not won a war since the USSR defeated Germany in 1945, and the U.S. celebrated this fact by shining all their best tanks and guns. Their inferior leader, pictured here looking old, confused, and tired,
this is what Meade Skelton aspires to look like.
Sat next to an expensive prostitute.
That's, of course, his wife, Melania.
Leader, pictured here looking old, confused, and tired, sat next to an expensive prostitute and a drunk television host.
Oh, that's Pete Hegseth.
For the duration of the parade, in total $40 million was spent on the parade by the debt-ridden failed state.
Not a failed state yet. Failing, maybe. We still got time to turn it around. I mean, some of the information is accurate, right? Like, I think it was $40 million. But this newscast is injecting a lot of snark, which is not appreciated.
Many have noted how pudgy and overweight the Trump looks at a time when Americans...
I like how they're using his own terminology. Many people are saying he looks pudgy. I'm hearing...
Country. Many have noted how pudgy and overweight the Trump looks at a time when Americans struggle for food.
That they got wrong. Americans are still having no trouble finding food. We're all quite plump over here, thank you. We're well-fed pigs. I mean, the quality of food is not there, but the quantity is. America number one!
Unable to tolerate political dissent, the inferior leader's supporters shot dead an opposition politician in one city, while in other locations, a protester was shot and a follower of the cult leader attempted to drive his car into the crowd. The propaganda exercise was swallowed whole by the dull of mind and incurious of spirit. The helpless sheep believe themselves to be the envy of the world, but the world laughs in their faces.
North Korea comes out swinging. Ooh, kitten has claws. I would have considered this a scathing takedown of the Trump administration if it would have come out of any other country. Although, North Korea knows a little something about starvation, failed states, cult-like leaders, and propaganda, so they know one when they see one. Let's get back to Mead's live stream here.
You know, folks, I am getting older in years. I'm 46, so I'm no spring chicken myself. But I always thought that Donald Trump would be my father. You know, I said, oh, that's him. That's Donald Trump. That's my father. But unfortunately, Donald Trump is not my father. So I always said, well, I'll put that to rest. Yeah. So who is your imaginary father? We all have our imaginary dads out there. Who's your fantasy father?
Yeah, I don't think most straight guys, I always have to add that in. I don't think most straight guys fantasize about fictitious fathers. Oh, why couldn't Donald Sutherland be my daddy?
Now, Donald Trump was my father in my fantasy, but I do look a little bit like, don't I look a little bit like Don Jr.? You know, everyone says that.
I guarantee you no one has ever said that to me. This is just more fantasizing. It goes beyond fantasy. It's fetishizing. This is a fucking wet dream for Mead.
Maybe it's the hair. The hair. I look a little bit like Donald Jr., so...
Elsewhere in the live stream, it was revealed Mead does not understand what the term sugar daddy is.
When are you going to be a sugar...
Yeah, someone in the chat asked him this. I guess that's like the only real way he could possibly get a younger girl, is if he somehow falls ass backwards into a bunch of money and can pay.
When are you going to be a sugar daddy? Oh, I don't think so. Not anytime soon. There's not any sugar in this tank. There's no sugar in my tank.
Sugar in the tank is like an old-timey Southern phrase that means gay. So Mead thought someone in the chat was suggesting that he turn gay. Like he needs to turn gay. There's not much turning needed. Just a little jiggling, and he's pretty much there. Okay. Elsewhere in the stream, he's still upset that the liberals are trying to take styrofoam cups away from him.
You know, at work, I'll tell y'all something. They have gotten rid of our styrofoam because the liberals in Virginia went after our styrofoam, and I said, what next? They're going to go after our underwear.
Good one.
Because these people don't stop at anything.
All right, he's very passionate about styrofoam.
Give me styrofoam or give me death. That's my Patrick Henry speech. I thought, yeah, because y'all can't take away our styrofoam. What are we going to do?
That was delivered very heterosexually. What are we going to do without our styrofoam?
Yeah, because y'all can't take away our styrofoam. What are we going to do?
Liberals expecting us to use reusable insulated cups? Hello! Last I checked, it was America, honey! Land of the free, clang clang!
Yeah, because y'all can't take away our styrofoam. What are we going to do?
Styrofoam? You can't take away our styrofoam. I'm sorry, just funny. Mead obsesses over these things. What's this next clip? It looks like the end of Latina Girlfriend.
Yeah. Little Latina Girlfriend for everybody. Well, we have one person left. I guess everybody's just...
halfway through the stream. He's down to one viewer.
Very tired tonight. Well, it is Father's Day, and that is very encouraging that everyone's honoring their fathers tonight. Now, I was the father in my mind. I have an imaginary girlfriend named Sarah who I proposed to.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I was not prepared for that. I don't recall ever hearing anything about an imaginary girlfriend. New Mead lore unlocked.
Now, I was the father in my mind. I have an imaginary girlfriend named Sarah who I proposed to last week, and she said yes. So we're going to get married in September. It's going to be a white wedding, And I think we're going to have a plantation-style wedding. She always said she wanted one, so me and Sarah are going out to Plantation in Goochland County, and we're booking the venue, so she'll be there. And then, we haven't done anything yet, so we're all excited because we'll both be virgins on our honeymoon, and we're going to honeymoon in Las Vegas. And when we're in Las Vegas, we're going to go to the Sunset Strip and see all the Elvis impersonators. So it'll be so exciting on our honeymoon. I've always wanted to do that. So
the highlight of his honeymoon is going to be the Elvis impersonators. Not so much the marital sex.
And Sarah is excited too, my imaginary girlfriend. We're going to get married in September. So I'll bring her on the show and in a future date.
Oh my God, if it's Meade in a wig, I will lose my mind. This would be the greatest live stream.
A little bit shy, y'all. But she can come.
Or maybe if he just puts lipstick on his hand, right, and makes his hand move like kind of like Cartman with his Jennifer Lopez taco flavor kisses
to say hello to everybody.
Okay, all right, shut the fuck up. God damn it, this is retarded. Oh, there is one more very short clip. Meade always says, "Oh my God, so many people are saying this about me." Like many people say he looks like Donald Trump Jr. Many people think I should be a famous and wealthy singer. And then, of course, there's this.
So I assure you folks, I am not doing steroids. Everyone says, "Are you doing steroids? Look at those arms."
Again, no one thinks you're doing steroids.
No, I'm not doing any steroids. It's just, I'm just a natural, folks. I'm a natural, so.
That's what happens when you're overweight. Everything about you's thick, including your arms. It doesn't mean you're a bodybuilder.
That's what I sure.
It means you have a lot of extra fucking skin. Okay, enough. There's the Meade live stream. Moving on, I've got 3 dogs, and I love the idea of dog parks. A huge open area, but it's still fenced in so dogs can, run and play and get tired so they don't bug the fuck out of me the rest of the day. The problem is there are just so many variables, right? You've got people who aren't paying attention to their dogs, and dogs are dogs, so they're going to play, but they're also going to get into fights occasionally. You gotta be around, you gotta be present, cognizant of what's happening. Some people bring their fucking, intact dog. They haven't been neutered, so they're all fucking horned up, big balls, swinging, totally aggressive, causing trouble, humping everything. On the flip side, there's like the nervous Nellies who have no business being out in public with their dogs around other dogs. Oh, come get your dog! He's chasing them! Your dog is being... It's like, yeah, it's a dog park. Dogs chase each other. It's okay. And then they reach down. Like, the dogs are play fighting or whatever. And the old woman gets in the middle of it and tries to scoop up her dog. She's going to get her fucking arm bit. I've got a strange clip here from a dog park. This guy is not a nervous Nelly. I think he wants to be the alpha dog among the real dogs. He's in the middle of a staring contest with a dog that he doesn't like. The dog doesn't know what the hell's going on and is getting angry. He's like, why is this man hovering over me like 2 inches from my face? So the dog starts growling, and that's what starts this whole big confrontation.
Back off. Tackle your dog or tackle your dog. If he does not get to me.
He's the problem.
Get away! Get away from my dog!
Not this. Stop staring. He is the dog.
Yeah, the Asian guy's like, no. Your dog not allowed to look at me. Sorry for the horrible Asian accent, but that's, that's what he sounds like. Sorry. Not sorry.
Stop staring. He is the dog. Stop staring down on him, dude.
Yeah. Just walk away. The dog is not, attacking him or refusing to get away from him. The dog is nowhere near him right now. The man could easily just walk away.
Dude.
Go away!
That dog. That dog.
Okay, call the cops. This is a...
That dog, not human. Have a common sense.
Dude, you're staring down on the dog. It's your behavior.
Go away from my dog.
Stop staring at the dog.
Okay, so now the Asian guy, again, runs towards the dog, pointing at him, which is that's how you're going to lose a finger. He's like, hey! Screaming at it.
Dog.
Now he's getting into a physical altercation.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Like he's in a wrestling stance with the dog.
What the fuck is wrong with you? come. Let's go.
This is one of the few times where I hope the guy gets bit, right? Because like no police could look at this video and say it's the dog's fault. Meanwhile,
back off, dude. I'm holding him now.
Meanwhile, even though the dog is like growling, it hasn't physically attacked him yet. Yet is the key word.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
She's more worried about the humans touching him than the dog biting him.
Don't touch me.
Get away.
I'm holding him.
Go away from my
Oh, you video that?
Yes, you keep following and I'm holding the dog.
Yeah.
The dog.
It's you.
No, the dog. No dogs have that behavior towards human.
You're the
You're
asshole.
not.
You're the asshole.
No matter
You
what.
him. He did
No
nothing
matter
to
what.
you.
This guy argues with
Does this Asian dude even have a dog at the dog park?
a lot of people. You better watch out.
Fucking loose cannon. Everyone here knows that this is the happy people. Stay away
He's the
from...
one antagonizing.
Go! Go away! Go! Turn around and go!
No, he's going to attack my dog. No.
He's never even tried to attack your
Zero
dog. He's trying to
chance.
play with your dog.
I'm not going to let him attack my
So
son.
maybe he is kind of a nervous Nelly, right? He's like, he saw the dogs playing and thought it wasn't an attack.
Trying to attack your
Zero
dog. He's trying to
chance.
play with your dog.
I'm not going to let him attack my service dog. No.
Oh, your service dog? You're a whack job, dude. You're a whack job.
Yeah, that's right.
Go away! What is your
No, I'm not contain this dog.
I like that everyone is kind of ganged up against him. Like they're trying to protect the dog and confront this man. You know, it's a unified front. You love to see it. Humans helping humans. Calling him a fucking idiot. All right, that's pretty much it. The Chinese guy, or Asian guy, the Asian guy's father or friend tries to pull him away at that point, and that's pretty much it. So, finally, before we get into the news today, I'd like to introduce you all to Rebel, a multi-dimensional channel, Reiki master, tantric pleasure teacher, light body activator, and most importantly, a Linda Finkel Hall of Fame nominee.
I'm always dripping, looking icy. Motherfucker, I'm American, it's chai tea. And mommy likes her cups extra spicy. I got you on your...
Okay, she's a very sexual light healer and Reiki master. Oh, according to her website, she does do tantric teachings. That's pretty cool. It doesn't change the fact the music is awful. I do like the fact there's just some rogue titties that pop up in the song.
And mommy likes her cups extra spicy. I got you on your knees, make a toast.
Like, just in case you didn't know what she was singing there about her cups. She really wanted to drive the point home. I like my cups spicy. Titties, get it? My big fat knockers. All right, let's continue on.
I got you on your knees, make a toast to the high queen. You're feeling feisty on my IG? Bitch. I'm all you think about, but you pretend that you don't like me?
She's not even attractive. You know, she's got like that real super short hair.
Better know it's at stake before you bite me.
Makes her look like a 12-year-old boy.
I can't.
Thank God for those spicy. The only thing saving that look.
I just saw the second coming, it was blinding.
Oh my.
Rebel. Not no basic bitch, I'm a walking matrix glitch.
I hate when singers, like rappers, like use their own names.
With the
Jason Derulo.
Tits, come down before I take your chick. I be calling in the money, you be chasing.
She doesn't really sound like much of a light goddess when she utters phrases like "I'm gonna take your bitch." Wasn't that the lyric? Like, I've got such big tits, I can steal your man.
With amazing tits, come down before I take your chick.
Yeah, calm down before I take your
I
chick.
be calling in the money, you be...
All right, you get the idea. That's Rebel. She's got a bunch of music on Spotify. It looks like her most popular song is Good Vibes with 1,400 plays. Again, not to compare, but Poo Time has nearly 10,000 plays. Poo Time, of course, the hit single off of my album Pure Hypochondria. Check it out on Spotify. Really, every streaming device. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist to the fucked up news right now. We're already 25 minutes into the show. You see what? This always happens. I told you guys for the next few weeks, I'm going to be traveling up to Ashtabula. I got to be doing shorter shows. And it started out that way. I was like 20 to 30 minutes. And now we're like back up to 40-minute shows. I got to rein it in because I'm spending, 4 or 5 days a week in Ashtabula. And, I'm trying to cram in a bunch of shows. I'm losing my mind over here. But I do it for you. I do it for the love of podcasting. If you want to support Distorted View Daily, please consider signing up for the Sideshow DV's member site. You gain access to all of the exclusive shows we do throughout the week. Yes, even with these shorter programs, I'm doing full-length episodes for Sideshow members, typically on Tuesday and Thursday. Also, bonus segment shows. We did one yesterday. I plan on doing another one tomorrow. It is a great time to sign up. Membership's very inexpensive. We have monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, and even lifetime memberships. Now, if you listen to Distorted View through Spotify, instead of signing up at distortedview.com, you'll do it right inside of your Spotify app. Just search for Distorted View. You'll see a link to sign up for Sideshow Access. Then all of the exclusive shows will appear right alongside the free episodes in Spotify. Same deal with Apple Podcasts, although you're given an option. You can either sign up on our website the normal way, or you can sign up inside of Apple Podcasts. Again, just search for Distorted View. One final way to help us out, we've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. You can pledge as little as $1 over there. Every little bit helps. If you pledge at least $5, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. And yes, we've got some patrons checking in today. But first, let's get into the news. I've got 2 stories for you today. First up, we got one from our most fucked up state. Say it with me.
Praise Jesus. Give me hallelujah. Down home, Florida. Did the moon was all day. Florida is a moon of day. Praise Jesus.
Yes, a 72-year-old man from St. Petersburg, Florida, has racked up over 3,400 calls to 911 since January. The problem is, at least a few of those weren't actually emergencies. Do you think this is a case of just like an old person being lonely? Oh, how sad. The near-deads are notoriously behind the technology curve, but once they figure out how ChatGPT works, I really think instances like this are going to decrease tenfold. A lot of people still don't know that ChatGPT has a voice mode where you can just conversate, as the kids say inaccurately. Oh, I hate when people say conversate. You can have actual voice conversations. And just to show you how this might play out once old people figure it out, I've set up a demo here.
I'm happy to keep you company and chat about whatever you'd like. We can talk about your day, share some memories, or just have a nice conversation. So what's on your mind today?
I'm old and crotchety, and I don't have anyone to talk to. Say something interesting to me.
Well, let me think of something fun and interesting for you. Did you know that octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood?
I don't
2 of their
like
hearts actually pump blood through their gills, while the 3rd one pumps it through their body. So they're pretty fascinating little creatures.
I don't like the name octopus. It sounds too salacious, if you know what I mean. It's the last part of the word octopus. Pick a different animal.
Fair enough. I totally get it. How about we talk about penguins then? These adorable little birds are pretty fascinating too.
No!
They mate for life.
Not penguins. I heard some penguins are gay. Pick a different animal, one that's biblical and Christ-fearing.
I understand. No worries. How about we talk about lions? They're often seen as symbols of strength and courage, and they live in prides, which are like big family units.
Pride
the whales
is a
have
gay
those
word.
Majestic. No worries at all. If you ever want to chat about anything else, feel free to let you know. I'm always here to share something interesting or just have a nice conversation.
Holy shit. ChatGPT's trying to give me the brush off. He's had it with me. He's like, all right, look, I tried. If you're not willing to hear about lions, which are totally biblical, I can't help you. I'm done, Nana. I wonder if it could help prevent old people getting scammed. Hey, I'm going to cosplay as an old person again, and you got to talk to me, okay?
Of course, I'm totally on board. I'll be ready for your old person persona, and we can chat about anything you like. Just let me know what you're in the mood for.
A man called me and told me to buy a bunch of Target gift cards because I owed money to the IRS or my house was going to be taken away. Do you think it's a good idea?
That definitely sounds like a scam. The
No.
IRS...
He said it wasn't a scam. I asked him.
I totally understand, but scammers can be pretty convincing sometimes.
No, the IRS said that they need Google Play cards. That's the only way they accept payment.
I know that might sound convincing, but the IRS definitely doesn't accept gift cards as payment. It's always best to ignore those kind of requests and report them if you can. Stay safe and keep your money secure.
Hey, not bad, ChatGPT. Good work.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
This might actually be the perfect solution for the near-dead problem we're experiencing. All of the near-dead problem. There's lots of problems with near-deads. Every person over the age of 65 should be issued some sort of internet communication device that's just a chat GPT button. Got a microphone and speaker, and they can just these old people can just have conversations all day with AI. Most of the time, it gives good advice. It keeps them occupied. Best of all, we actual humans don't have to speak to the old people then. It's a win-win-win-win-win. Back to the story at hand here. So yeah, this guy called 911 3,400 times this year alone. In total, though, over 5 years, he called 16,000 times, according to police. Authorities say the man, Samuel Lee Thomas, was recently arrested after his persistent reports led to a false alarm and accusations of stalking a neighbor. I feel like it kind of became a problem well before the 16,000th call, though. This is something that should have been nipped in the bud 15,995 calls ago. The incident that led to Thomas's arrest unfolded when he phoned emergency services claiming someone was firing an AR-15 rifle in the street outside of a nearby home. Officers responded to the scene and instead found a peaceful backyard cookout, complete with children playing, and the children weren't being shot. Neighbors confirmed that no shots had been fired. Thomas, who lives directly across from the home he reported, had made hundreds of complaints this year alone about that particular residence, alleging drug activity, weapon use, and other suspicious behavior. According to police records, he called 911 a total of 647 times regarding that single address. The resident in question, 34-year-old Anquanette Peterson, I bet you it was because she's black. There's got to be something going on in that house. She told police that Thomas's frequent calls had resulted in repeated police visits and harassment. She also accused Thomas of shouting profanities at her and her family whenever he passed by their house. Authorities concluded that Thomas had been using emergency services as a weapon in an ongoing campaign to harass Peterson and her family. He was arrested on charges of stalking, filing a false police report, and resisting arrest after reportedly struggling with officers during his apprehension. Police did say Thomas's obsessive calling didn't stop with just Anquanette, or whatever the fuck her name is, Peterson. A criminal complaint notes that he's made thousands of other 911 calls over the years, though the specifics of those calls and their intended targets remain unclear. Officials also noted that there was no indication Thomas suffers from mental illness or is under the influence of drugs or alcohol. He's just a giant old dick. Following his latest arrest, Thomas was released on $1,500 bond and has pled not guilty to the 3 misdemeanor counts. In a brief phone call with a reporter, Thomas denied any wrongdoing, saying, "I don't know nothing about stalking," and described his calls as reports of neighborhood nuisances. Identifying himself as a former member of the military, he promised to follow up with further comment at a later time. I'd love to hear more from him. I don't think this story is close to being over with. Might just have an update for you in the coming weeks and months. Final story we have for you today. Are cicadas a real problem for the rest of the United States? I feel like every year or two, there's like a new brood that is emerging from the ground here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and we're just like swarmed with cicadas for a few months. I think Cincinnati is like the epicenter of cicada America. I get creeped the fuck out when bugs land on me, and the problem with cicadas is that they're not a graceful bug. Lord Douche said they're referred to as like flying school buses. Like they're just not agile, and they just like run into shit all the time, including my goddamn face. So I've gotten used to them, even though they're weird looking, they're big and clumsy. The real problem here for me is the damn dogs. Dogs apparently love the taste of cicadas. And now, like, whenever we go outside, the dogs don't want to piss and shit because they're too focused on looking for cicadas. Could I get some violin music, please? I've got some real trouble in my life. It's a lot of pain and suffering. Anyway, we've got a story here. You know, in Cincinnati, we've got a big amusement park. I don't know why I said it like that. Amusement park. It's called Kings Island. An episode of Brady Bunch was filmed here. A little random factoid for you. But yeah, Kings Island, big amusement park. Well, combine cicadas with roller coasters, it's a recipe for disaster. The familiar roar of roller coasters isn't the only sound echoing through Kings Island Amusement Park in Mason, Ohio. A much older and buggier phenomenon is adding to the noise. Brood 14 cicadas have emerged. While visitors flock to the park for rides and attractions, they're also getting an unexpected encounter with the noisy insects. In areas just outside of Kings Island, trees are reportedly teeming with cicadas. Many park goers took to social media over the weekend to share their cicada-filled experiences. One of them, Hope Daniels from Butler County, posted a video of her young son freaking the fuck out when he discovered there was a cicada on him. Oliver loves bugs. Oh, yeah, it sounds like he loves bugs. Here's the TikTok video.
Yes. Hey, Ollie. Hey, Ollie. Yes, you're up. Hey, Ollie, look down. Look down.
Sounds like me, actually. It's exactly how I respond. Actually, the mother went on to say, cicadas are another story. I think it's the noise and their twitchy little legs that weird him out. The mother went on to say, I think we're starting to embrace and make them our friends. We're taking them with us on the roller coasters. We're loving on them. So I'm hoping it's moving more from fear to embracing and loving the cicadas. Okay. Dr. Gene Kritsky from Mount St. Joseph University said this brood 14, was first seen by the Pilgrims back in 1634. There's a little bit of American history involved with this particular brood. One piece of advice, though, just enjoy the cicadas, but when you're on the rides, keep your mouth closed. Daniel said her 6-year-old already knew that advice and made sure everyone else with him was prepared. While boarding the first roller coaster, he reminded our group that we need to keep our mouths tightly sealed so we did not get a cicada in the mouth. He was very proud at the end when he told me that he did not scream at all for the entire roller coaster. Really? Not such a brave little boy now, huh? Apparently, if you search on TikTok, there are a bunch of videos of people just trying to enjoy their day at the park and being swarmed by cicadas. They're all over this poor guy. Oh my God, they're flying all over him. He's running away. He actually left his child. He ran away and he left the stroller. The baby has to fend for itself. If you listen in the background, you can actually hear all of the cicadas. Yeah. That background noise is just thousands or millions of cicadas at Kings Island. It's funny, like during that video, it's really focused on the guy being swarmed, but everyone in the background is also being swarmed by cicadas, and they're freaking out too. Here's another video. You can hear the cicadas and people screaming. Their screaming is almost drowned out by the noise of the cicadas. I do love to hear children in distress, so I think I love cicadas. I'm firmly in the pro-cicada camp now. We're buddies. All right, that, my friends, is your Distorted News. Let's do a couple voicemails now and get the hell out of here. Love to hear from you, freaks, and there are many ways to contact the show. Show at DistortedView.com. I'm all over social media at DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/DistortedViewShow. A couple real quick calls.
I'm not sure if this will count as calling 2 days in a row, but the first one was 1 minute before midnight. So please play the first one and then play this one on a separate day if it counts as
I think we played his first call yesterday. So, okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'll allow it.
On the same day. Anyway, technically, the phone operator, the fake phone operator said are you interested in learning about Medicare packages? They didn't say that they themselves were Medicare.
Oh.
And I have a feeling that once, select a certain package, it might take you to a slightly shifty Medicare market, and then...
I have no idea what this guy is talking about. I'm sorry.
Because I yelled at it for being obnoxious. It's like, oh, we also have this other thing. It's called porn.
Oh, now I kind of recall. He called a phone number. It sounded like it was Medicare, but they also had pornography. Phone sex or something. All right. Thank you for the update.
Hello, Timmy Boo. Tree lover here. First-time caller, long-time listener.
Hey!
I heard you say that you needed more voicemail content to fill up the show, so I thought I would call in with a DV story that I've been holding on to for a while.
Yes, so I've been asking you guys to call into the voicemail line, either the regular line or this Patreon line, because, I need phone calls. I'm trying to do a bunch of shows at once. I'm eating through content and voicemails and stuff as I try to record shows in bulk.
At the 4450 mark of the Make Like a Tree and Have Sex With It podcast episode on June 21st, 2023, you were talking about a man that was caught having sex with a tree in a park.
Okay, now I really like what this guy did, because I've got a shitty memory, and I always tell you guys, if you're going to talk about something from an older show, you gotta refresh my memory. So he not only gives us the date of the show, he gives us the title, and then kind of recaps what the hell I was talking about. This is a good caller.
You were talking about a man that was caught having sex with a tree in a park. I was listening to that episode at work and only caught half of the story the first time through. I was mortified. I thought that the cops were after me. You see, I'm a tree breeder by profession, and among other things, being a Distorted View listener has given me some rather strange sexual proclivities.
I'm all ears. Go on.
So, on one occasion when I was talking about a sexual encounter that I had with a toaster or something like that with my manager at the farm, he cut into...
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you say a sexual encounter you had with a toaster?
With a toaster or something like that with my manager. On one occasion when I was talking about a sexual encounter that I had with a toaster or something like that with my manager at the farm.
He said toaster, right? And he just breezed right past that.
Farm. He cut in to ask me whether I'd ever had sex with a tree. I told him that I hadn't, but not because I didn't want to. It was just because I'd forgotten that it was on my bucket list and hadn't gotten around to it yet. After hearing this, my manager reminded me that weekend was Memorial Weekend and encouraged me to prove that I was a real tree breeder on my extra day off. With that thought in my mind, I set out to a local park that Monday in search of a sexy tree. I found one about 1.5 miles out in the middle of a park near work. It was a silver maple tree with a knot hole at hip level that looked like a vagina.
You gotta love those knot holes. Knot holes at cock level.
After checking in all directions to see that no one was watching, or so I thought, I slid a fleshlight into the knot hole, looped it up, and proceeded to rail the tree, lumber style. It took me a bit to get in the right mindset, but I came hard. Since then, I haven't made a habit of having sex with trees, but I do climax when I say I'm going to pollinate you. Works every time. Anyway, in getting back to the story, I heard that episode and nearly had a heart attack because I thought that someone had seen me and I was imminently going to get arrested. After re-listening to the segment, I calmed down, but I don't know if I've ever been more scared in my life. Hope you enjoyed my story. Chigoo.
The one thing I have to say about that is, where do you stick your dick in a toaster? Is like the bread slot? I'd assume you'd have to get one of those extra wide toasters that are good for bagels. But that is what I'm solely focused on here. I don't care so much about you having sex with a tree. That makes total sense to me. I'm hung up on the toaster thing. Yes, Colin.
Hello, Tim. It's your old friend, You Can Start That Show. I hope you're having a nice day, friend.
I'm not.
Listen here, I wanted to throw a term to you and ask if you've ever heard it before. It's called spermatorrhea.
This kind of makes me sad that we don't ever hear from Vladimir Putin anymore.
Spermatoria. It's like about sperm production in the male human body. If you could talk about it, it would be wonderful. Look it up on the internet. Perhaps find some comical video and audio things that you can share with us. That is just a thought for the show. I just wanted to let you know that I love you, and sorry to hear about your mom, and sending you and your mom a lot of love from Romania.
Oh, Romania.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you very much. Unfortunately, I didn't quite get what you said there. What is it?
I wanted to ask if you've ever heard it before. It's called spermatoria.
I don't know how to even write that. Like, spell it out. If someone could email me, I'd be happy to try to find some content related to whatever the fuck he's talking about. All right, well, thank you for all the voicemails. Keep them coming. It's all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. DistortedView.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
Oh, that's him. That's Donald Trump. That's my father.
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. I should be back with some bonus content for Sideshow members later today. And then tomorrow's episode is going to be Sideshow exclusive. So make sure you're a member. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Wednesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
So, hey, folks, I'm very disappointed. I want to go to the Trump rally, but my daddy won't let me.
Doesn't that sound like an old country and western song? Wake up in the morning, greet by the sunrise, fixing me some pancakes, pouring out the cornflakes, while Daddy reads the news. I said, Trump's in town, and I guess I'm going down to see the man who leads the USA. But Daddy turned to me with a frown on his face and said, boy, don't pull that shit today. Trump rally, MAGA rules. Who needs to graduate middle school? Surrounded by people just like me, too proud of our flag to bend the knee. Full of heart, full of chins, best of all, just white skin. I gotta see Trump, but Daddy won't let me. Trump rally, country lover. No face mask, no nothing to cover. Got the guns, the very best shooters. Crowds packed full of mobility scooters. The bigger the belly, the bigger the bloat. Trump has got that honky-tonk vote. Just gotta see, but Daddy won't let me.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.